John Voight, the convict cowboy in tomorrow's late film on BBC One, saving a young inmate from the prison drugs trade. That's at 11:40.
More European club rugby from the BBC.
Yes, it's perfect.
Live second-half coverage of the two top clashes from round 6.
A score and a half.
Starting with Stade Francais versus Swansea.
Magnificent by Errol Thomas.
And then Leicester versus Glasgow.
That's an excellent score.
Second-half action of Stade Francais versus Swansea and Leicester versus Glasgow in the European Cup. Saturday from 10 to 3, live on Grandstand.
Getting results for the consumer. Watchdog with signing and subtitles in a few minutes. A late look at the weather first on BBC One with Sarah Wilmshurst.
Hello there, welcome to Weatherview. And there's been a lot of dry weather around over the last few days, but on Wednesday morning there were some heavy showers around across southwest England, and in Penzance in Cornwall nearly 2 inches of rain fell. Now, there are still some flood watches in force on rivers across England and Wales. 4 of those are in the southwest. But this is the lowest number of flood watches since September 2000. We are expecting that number to fall in the next couple of days with a lot more dry weather to come. However, it looks like they'll rise again next week as we see more rain moving in. But with high pressure around through the rest of this week and into the beginning of the weekend, there will be a lot of dry weather about. But then in the second half of the weekend, we are watching for an area of low pressure moving in, bringing with it a front, which is going to bring some rain, sleet and snow. And then by the middle of next week, it looks like it's going to be very unsettled and windy. But it is going to turn milder. We're going to lose the chilly easterly wind that's been blowing recently. It is quite light, but there's that change over the weekend as it swings around to the south or the southwest, and then that wind's going to pick up. But it is going to bring in the milder weather. We're likely to have some frosts over the next few nights, widespread frost in fact. But by the end of the weekend and into the beginning of next week, there goes the blues. That means that it'll be frost-free. Temperatures generally no lower than around 2 or 3 degrees. But it is a different story at the moment. It's already frosty across many parts of the United Kingdom. By the end of the night, we'll see lows of around -5 or -6, and even as low as -12 in some sheltered parts of Scotland. But towards the northeast coast and indeed down towards the southwest, it should be frost-free. And here there's going to be more in the way of cloud around and indeed some wintry showers. Now under the clearer skies elsewhere, we are likely to see some patchy fog forming. That's going to be dense and freezing in places. Visibility down as low as 100 metres in 1 or 2 spots. Couple that with ice on the roads that haven't been treated, and driving conditions are likely to be quite nasty. Any fog that forms is likely to be very slow to clear through Thursday. It could linger all day in some spots. Generally, there'll be a lot of dry weather around, but there's going to be an increasing risk of some wintry showers across eastern Scotland and northeast England. The south coast will always be threatened by 1 or 2 flurries too. It is going to be a bitter day, a top temperature of around 2 to 4 degrees in most areas. And in fact, over the hilltops and where the fog lingers, temperatures will struggle to get any higher than freezing. Now for Friday and for Saturday, eastern parts are going to be cloudy with a few wintry showers. Over towards the west, it'll be dry and bright, but there'll be some fairly thick fog, which will be fairly slow to clear. Then by Sunday, we are expecting a band of rain and sleet to push in from the west, some snow in places too, perhaps a covering in some areas of northern England and Scotland. And further afield, it is going to stay unsettled through the Mediterranean. It'll be dry, though, in eastern parts of Europe, and -2 in Moscow is actually quite mild. Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Glenbogle Adventure Centre.
Preparing for battle.
He has the nerve to come cap in hand to us for money, and he owns half the county.
Behind enemy lines.
What are you so afraid of?
When did you last speak to her? 1962.
But who's siding with who?
I hope you two are proud of yourselves.
Sorry to be a party pooper, Archie.
Fergal's taking me out to dinner.
Sunday nights are Glenbogle nights. Monarch of the Glen continues Sunday at 8:10 on BBC One.
If you risk your life for your beliefs,
you're going to leave everything behind. Your homes, your farms, your families.
You live for every moment.
Not here.
And though rebellion has its cost,
So far we've been lucky, and luck always runs out sooner or later.
love is always priceless.
There is a girl. I don't know where she is or what's become of her.
Rebel Heart
Hello, Annie.
continues Sunday at 9 on BBC One.
Wouldn't let you down again, Edith.
New technology and delicious dinners. Dream Lives gives a Leeds school a helping hand in half an hour. First, with signing on BBC One, Watchdog with Anne Robinson.
Tonight on Watchdog, the immediate reduction in car tax promised 10 weeks ago. Why are we still waiting?